Hello, hello. Welcome to StashBash, Take 10. Wanted to show you what we will be working on today. We are going to scrap lift this very cool layout. And the cool thing I'm enjoying about it is I've worked with my kit a good amount already, and I am down to one piece of 12 by 12 and I have a bunch of scraps. So how great is that to be able to use up a bunch of scraps when I'm at that point? So this is the background piece I have left, and these are a good smattering. I don't know if I want to put that one in. Yeah, I could put that one in, of the scraps that I have left. And I just started literally to throw them down and place them so that I can get a good idea. Let's see where I can put that. So I can get a good idea of how I would like to get it down, and then I'm going to decide if I want to do stitching or faux stitching or what I want to do with the rest. I know it's really busy, but I like really busy, so that's okay too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward the next bit. I have a feeling this won't take long at all. And yeah, then I'll circle back and let you know how it went. Here we go. So I'm spending a little time looking at the rest of my scraps to see how I'd like these little pieces to look. The sketch, I mean, I'm basing this pretty literally on the sketch with the pieces being offset on each other. I just wanted a little color variation between the different patterns because I know there's a ton of patterns going on. And that picture there, I didn't talk that much about it. On my birthday, I went and I had a very old tattoo from when I was 20 years old. That made 0 sense. It made 0 sense at the time, and it makes 0 sense now. So I did go ahead and went for a consultation on the tattoo to see with the age it was, could they cover it, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not even a big tattoo person. It's just I wasn't feeling what was stuck on my ankle at all. So while I was there, he's like, do you have time now? I'm like, okie dokie. So that's kind of what happened is I just went for it. So that's what the picture is there. So it's kind of like a watercolor chubby hummingbird thing that we came up with, and it has 3 birds of different sizes, and that represents my kids and represents them knowing how to fly, but staying pretty darn close to the nest. So that's what that's about. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the rest of these pieces on now. And then I looked at my scraps to see if I had a piece of pattern paper that I had not used yet, and I found this pretty little piece. I think it's a crepe paper piece. So I decided to use that. And it's it's in that really same nice little pale mint color, and it ended up looking just about right on there. Then let's see, the rest of this layout is going to go really quickly, you'll see. And then if you stick around till we get to the end, I went ahead and made a traveler's notebook tutorial and a traveler's notebook spread as well, because I was trying to use as much as I possibly could out of this kit. So I decided that I was too lazy to get any navy blue thread out, so I went ahead and picked out the world's oldest set of rub-ons, which hadn't even been opened, which is a little sad. And I decided to use faux stitching, and I just did it on white, and I did it in 3 different places, so that's what you see me doing right there. And so I did pop up my photo on some fun foam, and I'm just going to square it up. I thought it needed just a little separation and dimensions, so that's why that got popped up. Since I have these 5,000 different pattern papers, I think it needed just a little bit of a differentiation. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my title. I'm going to square it up, but I am going to have to add liquid adhesive to each of the letters. So this is where I'm going to start auditioning all the different little die cut pieces that I found that I think are going to match this layout. And I ended up pretty heavily using the pink fresh embellishments. There's a lot of the same colors in there, not so much the periwinkle, but there are a lot of the same colors that do work for this one. So I'm going to pop a bunch of those on real quick. I do take a look at these little Chamel acrylic pieces to see if there's any place I can put those on, as well as the Well Hello from My Mind's Eye pieces. And I was able to sneak in just a couple of those cardstock stickers, which is giving a very small place for your eye to rest, but I did tuck them in under the photo right there. I wish I could have used them all up, but I did get some pretty nice traction on them. But they're one of those gifts that just keep on giving, I think. I have these really cool little puffy sequins, as well as, gosh, are these, they're really super metallic mirrored pieces, right? Do you see them right there on the left? And I am able to just get a couple pieces in there, but they're by Pink Fresh. I haven't used much of them at all. They're on a foam backing. Every time I put it on there, I somehow end up having a little crease line on it. So next, I'm going to go ahead and hit this layout with some very heavy gold Heidi Swapp Color Shine, because clearly this layout needed more dots and more pattern going on. But a girl does like the gold, and I did have a little bit of gold in some of the Pink Fresh embellishments. And I'm going to end up going live, and then I'm going to have my my Traveler's Notebook fun little tutorial coming up next. Okay, my friends, this one was so quick and so fun, using up some of the little bits that I had left on my desk, so that's less that goes into the scrap bin at the end of this whole thing. So here we go. Once again, this is my scrap lift one more time, which that one looks a lot cleaner. Lots more of the white space there. But we're just going to pretend that you have a lot of resting space with this layout that I have going on today. But it was fun. Loved knowing that I used every one of my full-size sheets. So that's what I have today. I have a couple more layouts to show you this month, as well as I will do a killer kit at the end. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody. So I'm going to start this today as a tutorial, which it's just not that complicated what I'm doing, but I wanted to do a Traveler's Notebook spread for my StashBash Take10 project today. I do not have one on hand, and I also knew that I wanted to do the kind that I can add rings in and make it bigger if I need to, and all of that. So I have just a couple of these cute little rings. I think they're called jump rings, and I've had them forever. I have this little stash. I have kind of a pegboard wall right over there, or it's called a slat board right over there, and I just have them on hooks, and I thought they could get used. And then I went hunting to see if I had any chipboard, and I don't know where it came from, the chunkiest chipboard ever. It was actually difficult to cut on my trimmer. So I'm going to start with that, and let me see what size I ended up cutting them at. I looked online to see what size they are supposed to be, and little did I know they can be any size that works for you. I mean, they are every size in the whole world. So this is approximately, well, I'm American. Let's go with the American measurements here. It's approximately 4 3/4 by just under 8 inches, like a smidgy smidge. but whatever size you want to make it in is what you make it in. I'm only going to use the 2 rings. I'm going to put the 2 rings in, and I'm going to cover this paper, or this chipboard, I think, with this paper. Love the tones in it. Love that it goes from this really deep rose pink and it's going up into the orange tones. Kind of works for what I'm going to use this traveler's notebook for. So I'm going to probably go ahead and put it on fast forward because like it's going to be the gluing and the carrying on and all that kind of stuff. But I will talk you through any process stuff that comes up. So this is going to be the outside. I just have to pick which one of these beautiful papers that I have left for my inside. I'm really excited about this. So let's see how it goes. I'm so excited. I even know what my first spread's going to be about. Yay. Okay, here I go. All right, so I'm going to use this fabulous Heidi Swap Pineapple Crush pattern paper that I did get from the paper pad just from Tuesday morning. And you're going to see me measure, 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 and then I will cover these, and I'm going to use the other bits of a floral pattern paper for my inside covers. So this is the floral paper I decided to use for the inside of my traveler's notebook, mostly because it was the only size of my scraps left over that were big enough for me to go ahead and to use to cover the entire inside. So I'm going to use liquid glue that I'm going to go ahead and spread on to this chipboard, and I'm going to use a palette knife to kind of smear it around so I can get a nice light even coat. I thought I would leave a tiny bit of that in for anybody that really needed to see what I was saying. So I put a pretty nice blob of the Aleene's Tacky glue down and smeared it with my palette knife, and then I'm just going to be smoothing it out, flipping them over and repeating that with that really beautiful floral paper that you're going to see next. So I just thought I'd also leave in you seeing me smoothing down this beautiful floral paper down onto my chipboard, and I'm just starting from the bottom and smoothing my way going on up to try to get a nice tight fit with as little air bubbles as humanly possible. And this is where I go ahead and audition this navy blue pattern paper because I wanted to have a little something up top, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it same size on both sides, and then you will see me go ahead and also use my notebook punch to give it just a little something on the bottom. And I don't go ahead and use adhesive all the way down on that. Sorry that you can see my hair now and again. Because I didn't know if I wanted to tuck anything underneath it. So you see there that I did use that notebook punch, and I made the navy blue papers just a little shorter than I had originally planned on, because when I went ahead and put it up to it, I realized that I wanted more of the floral showing. And I'm going to find the spots that I want to go ahead and use my hole punch in so that I can put my jump rings. So that's just about lined up. I'm going to fight with my jump rings a little bit. I don't think I've used them for anything else, so they were just a little bit tight. And yeah, and I scuff up my notebook bits a little bit just to make them slightly more interesting for myself. You'll see that there, and I'm going ahead and putting them in. Make sure that I like the depth. I did go ahead and do a little inking on the front cover using orange on the top of the pattern paper, and I believe it's called Old Rose on the bottom part, and in the part where it becomes coral, kind of in between, I overlap those two ink colors. So you'll see me do that. And then I decided that I needed some form of title for the front cover, just to decorate the front cover a tiny bit. And I end up naming it Random because I thought that for my very first traveler's notebook, I just wanted random bits and pieces that occur in the next couple months in my life to be highlighted. The things that I might not want a full 12 by 12 layout about, but it would still be fun to have them documented. So in the interest of being random, I pulled this little sticker of, I think it's a llama, just kind of hanging out. The colors were right, so he gets to randomly be on my page. And then I'm going to decorate the inside a tiny bit as well. So here you will see that I am just using the stickers without any special treatment or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and use them on both sides of the inside of this traveler's notebook spread. And that ends up coming together really well. It's grabbing some of that yellow-orange that's in the pattern paper, the navy, the aqua. It really is a perfect color combination to start off this traveler's notebook. And I mimic some of the same colors going on the other side as well. So you see that I will go ahead and use these cute little sticker flowers as well as that multicolored birdie. On the left side, no significance, nothing, no reason whatsoever, except for we do have the most hideous little birds that were born on one of our planters on our front porch, which that will be coming up shortly as my first traveler's notebook spread, my poor little ugly birdies that are out there. And on the back side, I'm going to just really simply put this sticker down, a little cactus, like just really something for some color and for you to have something to look at. But, you know, no big deal with it. It's just kind of fun and whimsical and that kind of stuff. So that's what I did there. Oh, hello. This is for StashBash Take 10. I am working on a traveler's notebook-ish insert. So I made this fun little fancy traveler's notebook, and now I'm going to do my first spread inside using these photos here of my ugly little birdies that just hatched in a basket thing that's attached to the wall on my front porch. So they get to be the stars of the show today. So I know they're going on there. I was mean and made a few little clicky noises to get this little birdie to open its mouth. And it just sat there squawking and carrying on, waiting for its mom. That's my whole story. It was hideous. The poor little birdie is just not attractive. I can say it. It's not. But that's okay. So I am down to little scrappy scraps from my kit, which is great. That's what we want to do. But it's making me struggle a little bit finding some bits that are going to work for this. That are going to be long enough and cute enough. I do like that though. So let's go ahead. I think that's straight. I think I'm going to go ahead on that side and put this little fellow in. But I'm kind of favoring the pink. So let's chop that so I can get some of that deep pink showing. I'm telling you, I am down 2 bits on this one, which is cool. I think that's what we're trying to do. I have 1 full sheet of pattern paper left, which isn't bad. I had a number of full sheets and a ton of scraps. So what I'm going to do is just kind of do my best to incorporate what I can, kind of see if I can make all of this make sense as I go. I was able to have a nice white frame on these photos. When I printed it, I use a Canon selfie, and sometimes it cooperates, sometimes it doesn't, but today was a good cooperation day. So I have that going for me. Oh boy, there we go, getting crazy. I'm going to do this here. Not measuring much on this. Like I said, I'm just going to see what scraps I can bring in. It's a pretty bold pattern. So it's going to be kind of a what can we do? How can we make it bright kind of thing. This is a very old sassafras piece of paper, and I have used most of it right up. Pretty excited about that. So I did just a little notch just now so I can kind of have it as halvesies because I wanted some of the bright yellow brought out. See how I have this yellow in this paper here, and it seems like that would be a good color to bring out. And it's kind of neat, like this sassafras paper, it's thick and it almost has a fabric texture. That's kind of cool. I had tons of sassafras back in the day. Not so much now, obviously, but because we use up what we have. And a lot of this kit that I'm using was about scraps and using up little bitty pieces and all that kind of stuff. All right, so this poor little wood was kind of like that. Let's see. So should we use consistency or yes, we'll go with consistency with my little wood. Okay. He's so cute. I mean, he's ugly, but he's cute. Let's see. Ooh, I have a little bit. This is fun. I'm like scraping to get some papers. Ooh, I have some of this. This is this Heidi Swap Pineapple Crush Pale Mint. Ooh, I'm liking that. Let me see. Oh, yes. We are going to have to do a little Frankenstein work here. And these aren't very big. So I'm going to just tuck this little guy. Maybe, do I want it to the edge? Or do I want it going up? Yeah, we don't have to have as much of the yellow showing. So go ahead and offset that just a little tiny bit. An ugly little wood can fit in there just fine. Poor little ugly wood. So they were laid one day at a time, and 3 hatched yesterday, like 15 minutes apart. Like, talk about getting yourself synchronized with your siblings, right? They were just, oh, so cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I'll put this one going this way just because it's kind of fun to see all the different patterns. There we go. I hear my daughter upstairs, and her and I have a coffee date today, so I don't know if I get to finish this with you right now. We will find out. So, there we go. I kind of like the idea that this one is going to be up just a little higher. And the reason why is since I don't have anything exactly measured, if it looks wonky on purpose, that's going to work a little bit better for my brain. The wonky on purpose thing. Ah, I hear her coming down. We will see. There we go. All right, they get to be on there. Now what I'm going to need to do, though, is find some alphas that are going to work with this. And I have, actually, this is the first Traveler's Notebook I ever did. I've done tons and tons and tons of mini books and all that kind of stuff, but not Traveler's Notebooks. Let's see what I have in here. What kind of little tapies do I have in here that work? That works. Notice how long I do my decision-making process here. But maybe that's the cool thing about Traveler's Notebooks. They're not going in your main scrapbook album, right? They are merely snippets of the fun things that we get to do with our lives. Although it would be fun to make one for a friend, I think. Okay, I like that. Right underneath there, and I don't have the back side of this done, so I can easily just pop that one on. Although I could have brought it to the other side, but I guess that's not happening today. No. So let's see. What else works in here? Ooh, that's kind of cool. Kind of feeling that. All right, ta-da. Got to use a little bit of my Dear Lizzie washi on this. I'm liking it. Let me go ahead and I think we'll put washi going opposite day on this one. Come on, let's see if I can get under there. Why is it moving on me? It's got one job, and that is to cooperate with what I don't even know I'm doing yet. Okay. Once again, I will just flip that over and enjoy how that's coming together. And then, kind of jazzed that I'm using these bits up. Let's see if I have anything else that must be there for titles or whatnot. I like that word there. I could do there you are. But see, the alphas I have left are kind of big. Although I could do that. I think we're gonna go with it. I think you don't know unless you try, right? All right. And the reason I'm using the bumpy bumps is because I knew if I did a regular traveler's notebook, you know, the ones that are all sewn together and pretty and put together, I would be sad that I couldn't make it bumpy because I am all about texture and bump. So let's say there you are is what we're gonna have it say. There, Y, O, there. And these are old Heidi Grace alphas. Like, talk about, there you are. Talk about blast from the past. I don't know when Heidi Grace stopped making supplies. I have no idea. Or at least I haven't seen them in the kits and whatnot that I have gotten. But they're sticking pretty well. So that's cool. All right, so I'm going to have it say there you are. And I think I want my title to be over here. And for now, let's see. Can I get you are on one side? Nah, I don't think that's going to look right. There you are. Kind of like it overlappy. Because they are very overlappy. Because overlappy, for our intents and purposes at this exact moment, is going to be a word. There we go. You do the word you, kind of right there. Hope I'm not getting into the camera too much. I tend to get excited and not pay super close attention to where my head is. All right, so we have a bunch of overlappy birdie, and we have a bunch of overlapped alphas. I think the crepe paper Oasis gold word, though, I think I'm going to have to glue that down. I hope I won't have to glue these down, but I know that this will not be sticking. These just are not that great for the sticky stuff. So let's just get a little adhesive there. And then if I have to tack down in a couple places on my Heidi Grace alphas, then I will. Oh, okay, that's cute. So there's my title using what was in my StashBash kit, which makes me happy. Let's put that down like that. I think a little adhesive is being asked for. You have to do what your supplies ask because they will rebel if you don't pay attention. They're kind of naughty like that. So, have you guys made your own traveler's notebooks? To me, a traveler's notebook is just a different shaped mini album. Now that I've made one, which I'm a massive fan of making them now, I realized that that's all it is to me. All right, it says there you are, and now on this side, this had a couple of these little heart pieces in here, and I'm feeling fairly compelled to put a medium-sized heart to bring that nice toned down aqua color to the other side. It says there you are. There's my little woods. Let's see, you know what I should do? There's 4 birds, I should put 4 hearts. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and put 4 hearts, and we'll overlap them too. Not super tidy, kind of random, because these poor little woods are just squashed in there. The nest isn't that large. We get these little kind of ugly sparrow things as well in the summer, and their nests are tiny. We hang ferns on our front porch, and they come every year. There's something they like about it. There. So there's my 4 little birdies. Bringing this color over. I need some gold over there. Anyway, so these poor little birdies just get squashed right in there. They're hideous. Cute hideous, because, you know, that's clearly a word. So I've been working on trying to use these up. I don't know. Nah, I'm not really feeling these. I do need to put a little gold here, but that's like super metallic-y mirrored gold. Let's do this for now. There you are. Does it want these? I want like real enamel dots. I might go rogue and get something out of my stash. It might be happening. Let's see. These might work. There you go. This is a good color. Totally mimics the color right there. That's fun. And then I will use the same one over here, going up this way. So that is getting close to being done, because what I want to do with my Traveler's Notebook is not make it terribly complicated. I'm just going to look for a little bit more, not make it terribly complicated, just kind of fast, kind of fun, and put a project together and just enjoy it. I'm going to have my little holes right here, so I have to be cognizant that I'm going to have holes that have to fit in there. Oh, all right, this is perfect for bringing a little tiny bit of gold over here. Do that. I will do this. And, oh, look at this. These match really well. Let's get a smaller bit. Smaller bit. Oh no. Enamel dot gone wild. There we go. And if I had a yellow, that would probably complete the party. So let's see if I have a yellow that's open. Thing number 592 I'm trying to do is use up things that I have that are already open before I open the next one. It's the same size yellow dot, but there we go. Yeah, I like them offset just a tiny bit. Nobody else cares, but I care. Come on, little guy. Do you see this? I'm having an enamel dot war. There we go. All right, that is going to be just enough to make it fun. I hope you like my Traveler's Notebook little project I came up with. We made the cover with some really strong chipboard. Just covered it in paper from my kit. Couple little stickers from the My Mind's Eye sticker sheet. Made my very first TN spread of my ugly little woods. And there we go. So come back soon. The next Monday that we have, I believe, will be the June kit reveal. All right, goodbye everyone.